All right, welcome to another episode for cooking ramen soup today. We do it my way, flow style ramen soup, and we will have the following ingredients. First of all, some China kale. Then we have some pak choi, some organic ramen noodles. These we are going to cook first for about 4 minutes. Then stop the cooking process by adding them to cold water. And we gonna add them into the ramen soup later on. Then I have some white onion, some ginger, some Chinese one-pieced garlic clove. Here we have some mushrooms, ordinary white champignons. The rest of my spring onions, I soaked them a little bit in water to give them a little bit of better structure and receive a little bit more water. Here I have some parsley. We're gonna chop this and add that later on top. I have some carrots and of course 4 eggs. I think for around 2 liters of ramen soup, this should be more than enough. If not mentioned, I have this pak choi, and we have some ramen soup base for 2 liters of water or for 2 liters of soup. I have some mirin, some sesame oil, some ordinary soy sauce, and some rice vinegar. And probably I'm going to add a little pinch of sugar. And yeah, I think that's it. Now, first of all, I'm going to sharpen my knife. And then I'm going to prepare whatever we need. Let me put you over here. Just a sec so you can see everything, what I'm doing. Let me check on the camera. Well, I think it looks good. Hopefully you can see everything. And I hear myself on my headphones, so it should be appropriate. Okay, first of all, I heat up the 2 liters of water. No, I don't. I just fill this pre-filtered water into my cooking pot to heat it up and give it a boil, and then I'm going to add the noodles because we need them pre-cooked for the soup. That, give it a pinch of salt, some sea salt, just ordinary sea salt. It's from the Algarve area. Yeah, maybe a teaspoon. That should be sufficient. So the noodles already have some salty flavor, but not too much because the ramen soup base is already pretty salty. And of course, we are going to add also some soy sauce. It would get too salty at the end. So don't put in too much of salt. So this we're gonna heat up. Now let's prepare the other ingredients. I think I will use this tiny tripod first, so you see it close up, because we are learning from each stream to each stream. We're gonna grow here on the channel together. And I saw on my latest streams that the quality wasn't that good. Sorry for that. And it wasn't clearly recorded, so you couldn't see what I'm doing because it was too far away from the camera angle. So now we're gonna use the tiny tripod at first. But the lights I need to adjust so you definitely see something. Get that over here too. That down a little. So now I think we should be lightened up sufficiently. Yes, and of course I have some ginger. Maybe I didn't tell you. But now, first of all, let me sharpen the knife. This is my sharpening stone. It's a cheap one from the discounter, but it's a very good one. It cost me around $2, $10 or 10 euros. And it works much better than most expensive ones. I don't know how they made that possible. I think because of the amount they offered at the stores, so they could make it for a cheap price. But it's a very good one. It has a 400 grit stone for the first sharpening process, and for the final sharpening process an 800 grit, and it works perfectly fine for my kitchen knives. This is a normal X30 CR13 steel, so it's a chromatic steel, I think. I think it has a lot of carbon in it too, because it sharpens very easily. So I give it 3 strikes on that side, like in a 30-degree angle. And on the other side, 3 strikes. And then I count down on 2 on each side. It's the most important is that you keep the angle, but it needs a little bit of training. But after a while, you should get used to it, and it's actually pretty easy. If that one last and that one last. Now I change the sides and do it that way. Final step, because you should always have a sharp kitchen knife. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 and 1. Yes, and I can feel it. It's really sharp now, so that was a success. Get rid of the tiny metal pieces left on the sharpened blade. And now let's check. Okay, maybe not that cloth. Let me check with an old piece of paper. I think you should see it now. Looking good, huh? Yeah, it's looking good. All right, that's what we do first every time we cook. Let me prepare at first the carrots. I will cut them pretty thinly or pretty thin. Let me arrange the light too again. Angle of the camera like that. This one is in the way too. Arrange that. All right. So now, ordinary carrots, as you can see, and we are removing all the parts that are maybe a little bit green on the ends. Same here. All right. And I use this spare, how do you call that actually? It's a Sparschäler. I think it's a device you will recognize, so I don't need to explain. But I always give it a thin cut on the outside. You never know where these carrots did grow, so I always do that, even though these are biologically grown carrots. I don't care, and I actually don't believe in that. They tell you a lot of things, and I don't believe in everything they tell you, especially not concerning marketing. Get rid of the ugly, nasty parts. That. Next, we prepare these carrots in good mouth-sized chunks. I would say like this, like 2 fingers wide, approximately, should be enough. Like that, and give that another one. And now I make very thin pieces. First of all, I cut them in half, so they are easily to be prepared. Whoa! Okay, my kitchen is clean, but I'll definitely give that a wash. Like that. The water is starting to come to a boil already. That's good. So we can simultaneously cook the noodles. Maybe I give you another angle. Do it that way. Wow. I gotta arrange myself in this tiny kitchen. So now I give these thin slices. Maybe you can see that. It's around. Do you see that? It's very thin, like 1 to 2 millimeters. That's because we sharpened the knife. It's possible to easily cut it into thin pieces. And we do it for all of these carrot pieces, because we don't want to cook the ramen soup too long. It should, cook through in around 3 to 5 minutes. So you need to have thin cuts. Doesn't matter if there's a piece thicker, but generally it should be cut in very thin pieces or slices. And the thicker one I'm just gonna eat right away. because the cook is hungry, you know. No. So since the water is boiling, I make a short stop here and throw in the noodles, and give them a boil for around 4 minutes. 1, 2, and 3. Let them settle a little bit. So. And now I gotta check my watch. It's 12:18, so give it 4 minutes. Up to 3 to 4 minutes should be definitely enough. So we proceed with the carrots. Tasty. And I'm hungry. I didn't have breakfast today, as usual. Just a few of coffee cups. Whoa. I have to remove the lid. That's live cooking, right? It's not so easy. So I gotta train cooking while recording. And that's the beginner problems and the one-man show problems. But that makes it funny, and that makes it interesting, right? At least for me. I love carrots. Okay, that's enough. Give this a stir. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. So next one, I think we prepared the onions, but let me transfer this into the bowl, like that. The onion, I'm going to make also thin slices. Hope I'm not going to cry as usual too much. But these are not too extremely sharp onions, so it's called Gemüsezwiebel in Germany. Vegetable onions. I think I have to put out the noodles first, so they don't overcook. And I need a strainer, a good one. Shut off the oven. Where do I have my strainer? Here. Just strain them and give them a quick cold shock wash so they don't cook any further. All right, that should be sufficient. Strain them good. Just let them rest a little bit in here. Give that a quick wash. That. So, clean that up. And now I'm going to add, first of all, I clean my oven. It's the most important to always do. Clean everything immediately so you don't have any efforts later on when the food is cooked already. So like this. Now I'm transferring you over here again, and we first prepare all the ingredients together. So for the onion, I think I make also very thin but long slices because I like to chew on onions. That's necessary. Let me check where's the grain. I think I will give it cuts like this, just like this. Thin, 2 to 3 millimeters. Now it's getting a little bit complicated. I do it like this. And it's the same. Yeah, Ergebnis. Fuck, what do you call Ergebnis? Result. It's the same result. So these are a little bit too big, so I give them just a middle cut like that. Same here. Ready. And this I'm doing directly, this method. Maybe you can see it. I'll transfer you over here. You should see it like that. So like this, yeah. You move the knife on the cutting surface. In this case, this glass piece, cutting board, and then you can just pull the knife. And since it's very sharp, it's very easy to cut this onion easily. Same here. And always do it in your speed so you won't harm yourself or injure yourself. We don't have any hurries. Yeah, that's how I do the onions. Let me transfer it in the bowl and get rid of this rope. So, okay, and as usual, I dropped something on the floor, but that is something that is going into the trash bin right away. Like that. Next is the Let me see. I think we do these first. Like that. I hope you see everything. So get rid of the stems. And give them a peel from the outer shell. Yeah, I don't scrub them. That's what I always mention when I do mushrooms. I peel them. Some people have a brush and they brush them or scrub them, but that's definitely not necessary, and this is much faster. Sometimes it's a little hard when they are too fresh, like now. You have to find the starting point on the outer shell to be able to peel them properly. But since they are cooked, they don't have to be completely peeled. It actually doesn't matter. That little piece of dirt is gonna be cooked anyway, and we won't die from that. And I think I make here some bigger chunks because I like mushrooms chunky or roughly cut. So you have something to chew on while eating your meal. And since they are very mild from its taste, doesn't matter. You don't need to finely chop them like onions, or because of the time it's needed for cooking, like talking about the carrots. They will take actually the longest time to cook through. So it doesn't matter too much. You can make big chunks out of these. Get rid of this. Okay, the noodles are strained. I just put them aside in the sink. And now we prepare these. Let's see, like give it a cut here, give it a cut here, and then we make like 8 pieces out of it. So like this. Yeah. So it's a nice chunky piece. Transfer it all in my vegetable pot like that. And now we cut them into size like this. It's no rocket science. Doesn't matter if they aren't all the same size. Who cares? They will taste very nicely anyways. I think actually I could take two more of these. It looks a little bit just add some more. Take 3. Yeah, that's the way I cook. I don't care. I don't use any recipes, as I told you last time. I make it out of my guts, and my gut feeling what could fit into the soup, what I'm actually craving for, and this is the way I do it. No recipes needed. Just use your brain and your guts, and the meal is gonna turn out perfectly. And sometimes it says hunger is the best cook. Maybe not, because you hurry too much. But in that case, it's definitely true. And I'm very hungry. And ramen isn't that much of a science. It's actually easy to prepare everything. Peel it that way. And you can be creative doing ramen. You can add actually everything you'd like. I don't have meat today for the ramen because I want to eat less of meat, and it's definitely not necessary. We have a lot of flavors here, but I have some chunks of what is it? It's meat, yeah. It's some ham, pre-cut. Maybe I will add this to give it a more salty flavor, and it fits very good to the egg. But I will see. We check that at last. Oh. So now we I'm sorry. And now we prepare the pak choi. I just rip off the leaves like that. They are pre-washed, or I washed them already, and I just stack them on each other like that. So this we are going to use too, but I cut these into tiny pieces, and here the first hard parts I take away. And I'm going to make stripes like this, like 5 millimeters, 3 to 5 millimeters thick. You want to have something to chew on, but still they shouldn't be too big, so they cook through pretty neatly. And the greener parts, I'm just chopping like this, give them a rough cut, so you have something nice green to watch while you eat. And I transfer it just all together into my vegetable bowl. We just add up everything in here. And this I'm going to cut very thin. It's the heart of the pak choi. And I will just put them into a tiny container, because we're gonna add this to the parsley later and sprinkle it on the final dish for a nice look. Okay, next one, do it the same way. That one, the rest we're gonna chop. And the first stronger parts we completely get rid of. And then we chop them or cut them in stripes again, 3 to 5 millimeters, as I said. Like this. So, and the rest we give it a rough chop like this. And transfer that into the vegetable bowl like this. And this heart or the core, we're gonna finely chop. So, transfer it over here like that. What's next? Next will be the China kale. For this, I peeled off the first 2 leaves or 3 leaves, so we never know where that grew. So I always do that with each vegetable. Get rid of the outer shells. We don't want to get overtoxed with toxins, even though it's bio food. I don't believe that. Okay, here we take like the upper third. That should be enough. The rest I'm gonna keep in the fridge for the next soup or the next meal. And I wrap that in tinfoil because tinfoil, I watched a documentation about storing foods, and tinfoil is definitely the best to store and keep your foods fresh in the fridge. So I do it anyways. Now, let me cut that into. First, I make some cuts like this. This one can be a little rougher, and they fall apart actually like this. But still, I give it 1 or 2 cuts to make the sizes smaller, like this, and that's it. Now you have like pieces, mouse sized pieces like these. And my bowl is getting too small. I hope my 2-liter pot would that fit? I don't know. Maybe I need to get a bigger pot. Yeah, that's what I do. Get the big pasta pot. We take this one. It's looking better. Now we go over to the next one. That would be the ginger. No, not the ginger. The white garlic. It's Chinese 1-piece garlic. Change angles again, so make it a little more interesting. Like that. So I chopped the 1-piece garlic clove. Get rid of the outer shell, of course. Like this. And here I will make very, 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 very thin slices, at least so thin as it's possible for me to do it here in my kitchen. And with my skills. And the way I do it is, okay, I will cut it from the top, make 2 half pieces of it like this. And now I will chop very, very thin slices. Like this. That a little bit closer. So you see everything, yeah, like really thin. Yeah, it's not. You don't have to hurry. You just need a sharp knife. Like that. I don't want to cut my fingers, so let's change sides. Yeah, they are very thin, actually. Half a millimeter to a millimeter. And they soften up, of course, while cooking. And this garlic isn't too spicy. So it doesn't matter if they are kind of bigger chunks, actually. You won't throw up from this. Let's change my mind. I will give them, like the China kale, like 2 cuts or 3 in the middle and 1 so, and that's okay. Roughly chopped, but not too fine and not too thick. Just a perfect for a ramen soup, because I love that. Some people don't like garlic, but I don't care. So let me transfer this to another bowl or container. Let that rest on the air for a few minutes so it can react and unfold its richness. And now I will chop the ginger. Wash my hands a little because it's really smelly. I like these ramen noodles. I'm so looking forward to ramen. Now I cut the ginger. Let me check the lights. It's not the best conditions, but it should work. Since I like ginger, I want to have a big piece. Let me take another piece and choose the right thumb-sized piece, like this. It's like a big, even bigger than my thumb. We're gonna chop this, and with this spare peeler, get rid of the outer shells. Oh man, that smells so good already. Like this. So now I need to think. Do I want to make thin pieces like the garlic? No, I don't think so. I'm going to grate this with my grater. We can, of course, take the rougher grater side, but thin slices would be too much to chew on, and so I'm going to grate it. And it's a very fresh ginger. It's already or a little milder. So I don't want to grate my fingers. So I have to be a little bit careful now. Yeah, it's enough. Safety first, right? It's definitely enough ginger for 2 liters of soup. Scrap that off. And this is something I'm going to add to the pre-cut garlic. That. Let me clean up my cutting board real quick. Dry that off. That. Yeah. So, what's next? We make or we chop the spring onions. These I will do 2 different ways. The upper part, the greener part, I just give it a cut here. And I will ring them or cut these into small rings like this. Like small rings. As said, it's no rocket science. Just chop them pretty thin. And these will be sprinkled on later on the final ramen soup. Take another container. Like this. And we need parsley. But first, I show you how I prepare the lower part of the stems of the spring onion. I actually do like this. Arrange it like this, like diagonally, and I will cut them like this into bigger, sized pieces like this. Still thin, like 2 millimeters. Oh, my eyes are bleeding. Running. It's good for your respiratory system. And garlic. It's very healthy. So that looks a little bit nicer, right? Like the Chinese cook does it. And I will add that directly into the bigger bowl of vegetables because we're gonna cook them all together with the other vegetables for like 5 to 7 minutes. So everything should be crunchy still, but cooked through the way it needs to. Some more noodles. Yum, 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 yum. And here I'm going to add the parsley. So let me take some fresh parsley. Actually, it has to be made today all together. So I will chop them all. But I only take the nicer parts. Give you some more light from that direction. Like that. I hope you can see everything. Would be so disappointing if not. So, and here I only take the nice leaves, the green leaves. I bought it 2 days ago and it's still or already rotting, kind of. And I changed the water. I put it in to keep it fresh already 2 times. So it's not the best quality, but yeah, it's parsley, right? It's better than nothing. We eat what we get. And I love parsley. I can eat it on my breakfast bread with bread and butter. That's my trash bin. So like this. It's trash. This we can eat. And this is something I will chop very, very thin into very thin pieces or slices. And it's not to be cooked. It's just to be sprinkled over the ready-made ramen soup to give it some extra flavors. And I love the taste of parsley. I love also Turkish food. They use a lot of parsley. And the best parsley you can buy in Germany, you get actually in the Turkish supermarket or in the Turkish store. They are always fresh. Like this. These we can use. That doesn't look too nice. Get rid of this. That's trash. This we can use. So, and now I'll show you a little trick how you can make thin slices out of the parsley without any big effort. Just let me get rid of the final leaves. Oh, this looks good. The rest is for the bin. No. So now I take this bunch of parsley, cramp it all together and start rolling it like this. So the leaves will roll together like a cigar. Just add the outer leaves to the rolled cigar like this. And then I turn it once around, add the other leaves, do it this way too, and roll it once again like this. And now you can just finely chop them. And since you rolled it, you don't have too much effort doing this. And it's to be cut very easily. Like this. So, and then I just give it a few more cuts the other way, diagonally. And then you're done. That's actually it. Look how fine it is. That's perfect. Let me transfer that into the last bowl. This. And give this cutting board a little cleanup. All right. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit allergic, and since it's the mid of March already, or almost, spring is coming, and with it comes the allergy I suffer from. So I'm sorry to have a little bit of nosy sounds, but it's got better. It got better throughout the last years. When I was a kid, it was really bad for me. I sometimes had to leave the school because of my allergy. But the last few years, it actually became better or got better. So, but it's not gone completely yet. But it's always getting better the healthier you live. Yeah, the healthier you eat, the more sports you do, the more you care for yourself. Your body gets stronger and better prepared for such conditions. So, but it's not gone, unfortunately. The rest of the parsley I will just keep. So now we have the parsley, the ginger, and um, the garlic, and we have the finely chopped heart of the pak choi. We have the spring onions and the freshly chopped parsley, and this whole bowl of vegetables, carrots, China kale, spring onions, and pak choi, and of course the eggs, and over there all the other ingredients. And now, let me arrange the lights a little bit so you see everything later on. Now I'm preparing the soup. Now we come to the easiest and funniest and tastiest part. And of course, here we have the noodles strained, ready, prepared. And I think I will definitely gonna add some of this pre-cut ham, sprinkle it throughout the cooking process into the soup, give it a little or a short time of boiling, so it adds another layer of flavor to the soup. But I need to be careful with the saltiness. I mean, I eat salty very often, and I like salty food, but it shouldn't be exaggerated too much because we don't want to ruin our ramen. And the ramen soup base and the other ingredients are salty already, pretty much. I need to be a little bit careful. Maybe I leave out the soy sauce, but we are going to see how it will turn out and what I like to eat, and my guts request from me. So now I think I start with first cleaning the the rest of the noodle water from the plate or from the cooking top, because we don't want to boil or damage our oven. That on, and now I add some oils. I take a little pinch, only a little pinch, yeah, of olive oil, like this, just to cover the ground, the pot. Then I'm going to add just an even smaller pinch of sesame oil, like this, a little bit more. And for the taste, I want to have some, since it's a German recipe, and I'm Flo, and I like to experimentally cook, I will add some German butter. Yes, you heard it, butter. Let me see. Where is that butter? Here it is. Because it will give it a silky kind of nice texture. This is the butter. Let me add like 50 grams maybe. It's gonna be 2 liters of soup, so I will give it a good finger size piece. Yeah, like this. All right, add that. Now I heat that up. So let you see something. I will transfer you now to the other tripod. Otherwise, you won't see nothing. Don't press the knob for ending the stream, please. Like this. All right. Now we arrange the tripod a little bit, so you have a nice view into the pot. Like this. I think that should be enough. Transfer you over here. I think that's good, right? Is it good? I don't see anything because of that app. Yeah, but I can see what I'm doing here. Maybe do it a little more like this. All right, now I heat that up to a high heat. Arrange that light too. This. Okay, I have to have a little bit of working space too. So do it that way. This is to be removed. And now we start the cooking. And we are preparing already for 1 hour, 4 minutes. Most people don't even cook that long. And this is what I always do for preparation. But since it's prepared already, I have a real nice experience of cooking. And this is what I love so much when cooking, when I just have to grab all my ingredients and enjoy the process. And I hope I can transfer a little bit of these emotions over to you. You should try it. Give it a try. Try to repeat what I was doing here. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, I will give the soup a little bit of this ham. I just decided to do that, and I think I will put that into the oil immediately at first. Just put it all in. So I cook that through a little. Need something more to drink. So then I need a spatula, a proper one. Oh, it smells so good already. I'm gonna already heat up my 2 liters of water. Yeah, what's next? I will add the spices and the oils later, at last, as well as the eggs. I will just throw them into the ready-made soup, give it a 1 minute of a boil, and then you have these eggy, mushy texture in the soup. I love that. But first, we are going to add, in the second step, all the vegetables and give it a little char and a little cook up in the pot as the second step. And yes, then we will add the spring onions, the rings, and the garlic and the ginger as the third step, and the hearts of the pak choi and the parsley will be added at last as a sprinkling over the final soup. So this is almost ready. Yeah, give it another minute. Look, this is how it looks like. Uh, on top of that, I'm going to add the complete bowl of vegetables without making a mess, baby. So take it in several steps. Just add that on top of the ham. Okay. There's always a little mess. In Germany, you say, wo gehobelt wird, da fallen Späne. That means where trees are cut, there will be flying pieces. Yeah. Somewhat that way. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Now I work this into the ham and the oils and the butter. Like this. Oh, look at this. It's gonna be a real hearty ramen soup. Maybe I can even make 3 liters out of it, but we will see. It will reduce its volume anyways, maybe by the half. So I think the measurements should be already be appropriate. What is this? Okay. All right, I gotta add my power bank onto my smartphone because I'm running out of fuel or energy. And I didn't cut off the stream. So how does that work? Let me see. It's my sign. Yeah, cooking on blood. Okay, don't talk too much bullshit, Flo. It tastes so good. It smells so good already. I'm sweating. A good cook is sweating. Cooking with love. Cooking with love. Yes, and as I said, I think I will add some wet beef broth too. Just 400 milliliters, and then we should have the right amount of fluids in here. Oh. Take a look at that. I'll zoom into it if possible. Leave your fingers. I'll just let it that way. Let it be that way. I don't want to have two parts of a stream. Can you smell it? You see, it's falling into its. The volume is decreasing already. I give it a 1 minute more before I add the waters. Oh man, I'm so hungry. And I need to take my vest off. It's too hot. So now, heat that water up again. Spring onions, raw spring onions. Oh. I'm so hungry. Can't believe it. So, all right. Give it another stir. It looks good already. So now we can add all the other ingredients. The noodles, since they are cooked already, I will put into the final soup at last. Yeah. So now I give it another pinch of sesame oil, just a pinch or a tiny squirt. I will add some rice vinegar, like this. A little bit of soy sauce, like 2 teaspoons, and a good, I would say 2 tablespoons of mirin. I hope I can open the flask because I'm so strong. I closed it so hard I cannot open it. Mirin. like 2 tablespoons. Like this. A third one. Now, just a little pinch of sugar, like 1 tablespoon. This. Now I extinguish the cooking process with the beef broth, like that. I boil it up while adding the ginger and the garlic. This. We don't waste a shit. We take it all. Oh man. Oh man. I add the spring onions too. And also here we don't waste a shit. So now I will be adding the ramen base, soup base. And also here I don't want to waste a tiny bit. Take such a scraper and add it completely into the pot. Take every single drop, every single damn drop. Give it a stir, like this. And now I will be adding the water. Oh, I cooked it so hard. It made a mess here, but that's normal, right? Cooking without a mess is no cooking. But I hate cooking, making a mess, or making a mess while cooking. So I have to clean it up right away. All right, I stirred it around a little bit. Oh man, that smells unbelievable. So now I add the almost 2 liters of water. And boiled it up for like 2 to 3 minutes. I think that should be sufficient. Where did I put my towel? Here. That should be sufficient because we already gave it a little char. So it doesn't have to cook too long. We want to have some chewy texture of the vegetables, of course, and keep it authentic. All right. This is cleaned up already. So we're fine over here. That's the way I cook. Now I'm going to prepare my bowl with some noodles. Yeah, these are the pre-cooked noodles. And I transfer this into a nice, good-sized bowl, just like that. So. The rest I keep for later. Now I can shut down the cooking or the oven already, let it cook down. And while it's doing this, I give it another stir and mix in the eggs. Let me check the vegetables. Yeah, it's done. So I can shut off the oven. Now I stir in the eggs. And this gives it a nice eggy structure. And get rid of the good flavors from the bottom of the top, the pot. From the bottom of the top, from the pot. Oh baby, oh baby. Okay, that's me. See, doesn't that look good already? And now we're ready. Give it a few more stirs so the egg is gonna gonna be worked into the fluids properly and can combine with all the nice flavors. Yeah, now we're ready. Let's taste it. Now I prepare my soup bowl. Let it clean up. Quick one. Oh, look at this. That looks good, huh? So now I will put that all over my soup, my noodles, my organic ramen noodles. Oh, damn. Another big one. Like this. A little more fluids. Yeah. Perfect. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the pak choi heart, finely chopped, freshly on top, and some nicely thinly chopped parsley. Give it a good one. And now I need my beloved titanium spoon, my long one, and some chopsticks. And I don't know, I think it's perfect if I just sprinkle it a little bit more soy salt on top. Some soy sauce on top. And that's what it looks like. Take a look at that. Doesn't that look good? With the noodles and the ham and the pak choi and the onions and the egg and the ginger and the garlic and all the goodness. Okay, now we're gonna make a taste test. I will remove you from that tripod again. And now we're gonna taste it together. Where is my tripod? So we go into the living room and now we go and eat that. Oh man, look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, my fluids are running through my mouth already. I'm so hungry. That's my breakfast, actually. Okay, let's dig into it. Okay, I need some more paper cloth because it's gonna be messy. And take with me the lights so we can completely and fully enjoy. So, one light's going over here and one is going over here. Take a look. Nice. Okay, we first try and eat the soup. Wow, perfect. Oh, perfect. Oh man. Well, yeah, that is one of the best ramen I've ever made. Unbelievable. Try that. Please try that. Repeat exactly that. That is so tasty. Unbelievable. And it was a good decision to add the ham because it gives it a perfect flavor combination to the eggs. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Oh man. I don't promise too much if I tell you this is so unbelievably tasty. Please try that. You see how easy it was. Okay, it will take a lot of time to prepare, but actually not. I managed to make a video or a stream along with it. Mm. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Florian, das hast du echt gut gemacht. Flo, you did it well. Look at this. You have these egg structure. See? I hope you can see that. Otherwise, it would be really sad. See? This egg, the ham, and all the other pak choy and onions and mushrooms. Nom, nom, nom. Oh man. I'm so happy. That turned out so good. Unbelievable. And it's not hot at all. I actually forgot the chili, but I don't need it. Normally I put chili into it, but I like it actually much better like this right now. It's mild and you can taste all the ingredients just perfectly. Mm. Yum, yum, yum. Take a little bit of this egg with the onions and the noodles. Mm. Damn it. Oh man, I can bath in it. Mm. You have to try that. Definitely. That's one of the best things I ever cooked, at least concerning soups. Mm. Mm. So tasty. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to enjoy now. And as you can see, we have nice, clear sky with sunshine. And maybe I will join you or will meet you on my other channel, Florian Bindels. It's my name. Just take a look on YouTube, add my name to it, search for my name. This is my outdoor channel where I talk about all kind of topics concerning outdoor life, camping, bushcraft, survival, and cooking outdoors. And maybe we are going to go outside. It's now 2:30 p.m. in Germany. I'm going to enjoy that till the end. And maybe another bowl, and maybe we see each other next time on another video on this channel or later on my other outdoor channel. Have a nice day. Try that out. This is not too much of a promise if I say it's perfect. Ramen soup flow style. Have a nice one. Stay healthy. Take care for yourself. Take care for all the others around you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Florian.